Aha, so Guidance Air has these great tours out of the Prescott Airport, and I went on one, enjoyed it thoroughly. However, they're expanding into Sedona. John Stonecipher, the CEO of Guidance Air, great to have you with us.
Thank you, Sandy. It's nice to be here.
Wow, I tell you, we have the most beautiful country here, and this is the neatest thing because you have these gorgeous red helicopters, and you can take people all over, and they can look down and see their houses and the mountains and all that kind of stuff. And you're taking it to Sedona.
You bet. We're going to go through the Coconino National Forest. We're going to look at the monoliths and the spires and the cumulus and all of the red rock formations in Sedona, and it is an absolutely beautiful tour. You know, we've been in business for over 18 years in Prescott as a pilot training school. We opened an operation in Louisiana, and now we've expanded into tour operations in Sedona, Arizona. And my background, flying 30 years, I flew in the Grand Canyon for much of my career. And Sedona tops that tour. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's hard to describe. I was up there one time when there was a little bit of snow on those mountains, and it was it's just so stunning that you kind of look at it and you think, am I in a movie?
You bet.
This can't be real.
Oh yeah.
But obviously there's so much to see there. They have like pink Jeep tours, but this is like a whole different perspective.
This is a completely different perspective. It's an aerial perspective. Obviously, this time of year is beautiful with the colors changing. We're rolling into fall now. We launch tomorrow. We actually open up tomorrow afternoon. It'll be a soft opening. Currently, you have to book through a telephone reservation, or we're taking walk-in customers. We've done no pre-bookings, and we're offering discounts to Arizona residents tomorrow just to get this whole thing launched and rolling.
Now, how long are these tours in this wonderful helicopter?
Yeah, our tours vary from 15 minutes up to an hour, and we do custom tours, custom charters. I mean, we're a full-service, on-demand schedule and on-demand carrier, as we're defined by the FAA.
So if I want to go on a Thursday,
I
just like ring you up and say, you know, book me for that day. Now, how are you open 7 days a week? 5 days a week? What do you do?
We're going to be open 7 days a week. Yep, and we start tours at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'll finish our last tour this time of year at 6 p.m. as the sun sets and it begins to get dark. So yeah, we'll be there 7 days a week.
So you're going to be there for sunrise and sunset too?
You bet.
Do those cost extra?
They don't currently. Now we'll just see what the demand is for those. But I tell you what, if you can wake up in the morning, the sunrise tour is always the best time. You don't have any winds, you don't have any turbulence, and it's typically the most beautiful.
Absolutely. You know what's going to happen? You're going to have a lot of people proposing to people on your flights.
Oh yes.
Because I mean, I would marry anybody who took me on a helicopter ride for a sunrise.
Yep.
I'm serious. I was just like, okay, yes.
Yep. In 30 years, I'll bet you if I had $1 for every one of those, I could probably be retired by now. But that happens a lot in the helicopter.
Look at that. You guys are like the marriage cupids
or
something like that.
There you go. Yeah. Right.
So cost. I know sometimes, you know, people can feel like something like this, because it's so spectacular and unusual, it's going to be way out of their price range. But what are we looking at there?
Price points start at $99 per seat, per person, and it goes up from there. We offer 4 basic or fundamental tours, but we do custom charters on top of that. We'll take you to the Grand Canyon, up to Flagstaff. You can go out and look at the Meteor Crater. We can go down south. We can do charters from down from Phoenix, from the Valley, Scottsdale, Phoenix, Sky Harbor.
This is like Google Earth, John.
You bet. Arizona is the area we want to cover, but much of our business, the staple, will be the tours of this piece of the business out of Sedona.
Because it is so colorful and so unusual.
You bet.
People move there from all over just because it's so. I mean, it's sort of like Monument Valley.
You bet.
Except you can live there.
And you can get there much more conveniently. And you have services and restaurants, and 3.5 to 4.5 million visitors a year, depending on whose numbers you look at.
Yeah.
So
no kidding. How many people fit in your helicopters?
Well, we make a very intimate tour. We run 4 passengers in our largest, or our medium-sized helicopter. We have one larger, but the 4-passenger aircraft is going to be the staple. It's a jet-powered Robinson helicopter, leather-appointed, air-conditioned, brand new machines. I mean, that's going to be our fundamental aircraft. We have a smaller 3-place aircraft that we anticipate will be flying a lot of couples, because people, much like Noah's Ark, come 2 by 2, and so those are the 2 primary aircraft. We've got a larger 6-passenger aircraft as well. We'll use that on demand, but I want to keep a more intimate setting and keep a lower passenger to pilot count. It just makes a much more
Well, it's
intimate
nice
tour.
because you can communicate. You put on headsets, the pilot is explaining. Is he kind of giving you a tour as
Absolutely.
you go, too?
We've got Bose headsets with noise-canceling headsets and music tuned in, appropriate music for the scenery. The pilot gives a narrative. All of our pilots are our most experienced guys, and basically what we do is we cycle our most senior tenured flight instructors through Sedona, and they offer tours, so they have a little bit of variety, because those that teach need to actually do.
And that's the cherry job.
And
It's
that's
like
right.
you
And
wanna
they all
do
want
tours
to
in
they want to break
Sedona?
from instruction, so they get to get out and go see the scenery as well. So it's a fun dynamic for our pilots.
Well, as I mentioned, I went on one of your tours here in Prescott around the area, and it was, you know, Goldwater Lake is right there, and then Thumb Butte, there's my house. I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous, but you've just, you know, with a helicopter, this is what's neat about a helicopter, is you've got these big glass, and you literally are just there. You feel like a bird. You kind of feel like a bird, because no obstruction.
That's the beauty of the smaller helicopter. I mean, nearly everybody has a window seat. Get into larger aircraft and you begin to stack people in a bus.
Yeah, and you got a little tiny window. It's like, okay, well, that's nice.
So, yeah, I mean, our goal is to provide luxury helicopter tours and do it at a a reasonable price so that we can get most of the folks in town. And interestingly enough, the discount we're offering Arizona residents will be through the end of the year. So we've got a $25 discount on one of our smaller tours, $50 discount on our larger tours, and all the residents have to do is show a valid ID, or since it's, you mentioned Donald Trump, a voter registration card would also work.
Just so we know who you are.
You bet.
Incredible. Guidance Air Sedona tours starting like right now. Information on the screen where you can, email, call, whatever.
You bet. And for tomorrow,
so,
walk-ins are welcome up on the Mesa in Sedona, or 928-351-1000.
Because it's an open house. Yay.
You bet. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's going to be fun.
John Stonecipher, nice to have you on the show.
Thank you very much, Sandy.
Woo, get out there and do it. It is just too fun. Okay, we're going to go right now. We're going to have movie reviews in just a minute. Stick with us.